Jedediah Hotchkiss was born on November 30th, 1828, in Windsor, New York, to Lydia Ward Beecher and Styles Hotchkiss. He would marry Sarah Ann Comfort and have two kids, Ellen and Anna Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss was educated at a prestigious academy in Windsor, where he acquired a love for geography and geology and taught himself how to make maps. After graduating, Hotchkiss took a very long walking tour of Shenandoah Valley, Virginia. In 1852, Hotchkiss founded his own school in Shenandoah Valley, Mossy Creek Academy. In 1859, he opened another school called Lock Willow. In 1860, he moved to Staunton, Virginia, and later joined the Confederate Army. Despite being against secession, he wrote, "I owe a duty to my country that I must discharge, and at least transmit to our posterity freedom of thought and action." It wasn't until President Lincoln called up 75,000 troops that Virginia really wanted to self-govern. Hotchkiss wrote, "Lincoln's call for troops to invade and coerce the newborn Confederacy wrought an immediate change in the current of public opinion in Virginia." Hotchkiss became an independently contracted map maker for the 25th Virginia Infantry. On July 11th, Union soldiers attacked Rich Mountain and almost surrounded the Confederate camp. There were no open roads off of the mountain. With no light or trail, Hotchkiss, with his knowledge of geography, was able to lead the group of 700 soldiers off of the mountain. At one point, they came close to a picket of Union soldiers, but Hotchkiss repeated the warning whistle the Union used and were left unchallenged. This show of geographical knowledge impressed General Stonewall Jackson so much that he appointed Hotchkiss to his general staff and asked him to make a map of the Shenandoah Valley. On his first report to Jackson, Hotchkiss identified several weak points in the Army's position, causing Jackson to relocate the Army that very afternoon. Hotchkiss made himself useful as a topographical engineer. After Jackson's death, he worked personally for Robert E. Lee. Hotchkiss's maps aided Jackson's strategic attack at the Battle of Chancellorsville and enabled the surprise Confederate attack at Cedar Creek. At the Battle of the Wilderness, Hotchkiss was nearly killed when a bullet smashed his binoculars. During General Jubal Early's campaign to invade the North to draw forces away from Richmond, Hotchkiss was shot in the hand. After the war, Hotchkiss opened an engineering firm and taught school in Staunton, Virginia. He wrote a book with his friend William Allen, Jackson's former chief of ordnance, titled The Battlefields of Virginia, Chancellorsville. He published many scientific articles on plants and animals in Virginia. Jedediah Hotchkiss died on January 17, 1899, at age 70. The town of Hotchkiss in Riley County, West Virginia, was named after him. By reading Hotchkiss's letters home to his wife, it is obvious that although he was against secession, Hotchkiss believed that, quote, "I owe a duty to my country," and dedicated himself to the Confederacy. Hotchkiss cared deeply about his family, writing many letters home and said, "Kiss my babies for me many times. How I want to see their sweet faces. Pa wants them to be good, very good." After the war, Hotchkiss returned home to his house in Virginia and reopened his schools. He also started a career as a geologist and engineer.